Hi there folks, well welcome back to my channel, and as you can see I'm back on the coast of Fife. I'm actually back in the town of Anstruther. I think the last time I was here was last year, and I tried to visit the Fisheries Museum, which is actually just across the road from where I parked. But by the time I got there it was too late for me to actually go in. So I managed to come back this year. The weather today is absolutely glorious, especially after the horrible summer we've had this year. So I'm going to go across the road and get into the Fisheries Museum and show you around and have a wee explore of the museum itself. They do have a website, so I'll link that in the description bar below and then a pinned comment as well. So if you're wanting to have a wee nosy to see what they have in the website, you can see it all there. And yeah, so again, if you're enjoying the channel, if you're enjoying my videos, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And it really does help the channel to grow. And again, if you want to support the channel further, I will post a link to the channel's coffee.com page, the channel's Buy Me a Coffee page, and a TikTok account as well, so you can follow me all on there as well. So I'm going to go across to the museum, see what's happening there, and maybe come out and enjoy some of this glorious weather. So again, this is one of the harbours at Anstruther. And again, some people are out enjoying the water and just being out in the sunshine. But where I'm going is just over those buildings over there. So that's where I'm coming to visit. So if you're in Anstruther, it's just along the road from the Anstruther Fish Bar. The really famous fish bar. So going along have a visit. Yeah, so they do have their own wee cafe called the Waves Cafe. But this is the opening times for the museum. So last entry is an hour before closing. So we've got the latest you can get in is about 3:30. And they do have a nice little gift shop where you can treat yourself. Yeah, so when you come through the gift shop and you've paid to come in, and you come into this little courtyard here, and you do get given a little map so you can find your way about. So and then you have to head up in that direction, and I guess through the brown door and make my way around that way. So here's a better view of the courtyard itself. So that brown door on the ground level, that's the one I'm going through. And we do have information boards all over the place. And a wee image of one of the pilgrim badges of St Andrew. As I managed to come inside, this is the first gallery. And the first thing you come across are some examples of prehistoric boats. Okay, these are replicas, they're obviously not original, but they are based on actual archaeological finds. And they also have this dugout log boat as well. There was I did an example of something like this in the Perth Museum, but that was an original they had. Yeah, I don't know if maybe the artwork on what this is supposed to look like a coastal cave makes me think of Weems Caves. I know I was talking about Weems Caves when I was at Margaret's Cave, and I was showing some of the artwork, and it kind of looks very like this. But again, I think these finds were based on ones that were found in the Ayrshire, so might be based on artworks from there. So they do have examples of fish bones if you're interested. And also they have examples of fishing tools as well as other information boards. I was right. The cave that I was showing you, which I'll probably show you a better look at, a better view of in a moment, was actually based on caves at the Weedman's Caves. Yeah, so unfortunately most of the Weedman's Caves are blocked off. And they also have some models of sailing ships, which would probably have dominated areas like this. And a lot of way items that they've used on ships like this. So they've got things like the compasses, they've got the sextants, all kind of navigational lasers if needed. No, obviously a telescope as well. So obviously there are these wee setups showing what life would have been like. So yeah, they do have a lot of mannequins. So if you find mannequins creepy, just get your heads up. We've got the fishwives as well. They're the ones that gutted and prepped the fish for sale and for transporting it elsewhere. So they sometimes get called, well up here they sometimes get called herring lassies. So they do have a wee memorial room. This is for all of the fishermen crew and individuals who've lost their life at sea since 1946. So each of the brass plaques commemorates somebody who's lost their life. So again, a lot of items associated with fishing. So you've got like stuff to do with steamboats. Got lights, the ropes. So if you're brave enough, you can try one of the bunk beds. So it is just the lower bunk that you're supposed to try. So that's how small and cramped the space would have been. So giving you a glimpse inside what some of these ships would have looked like. That.
24 hours a day, every day.
So you've got the wheel here, all the equipment,
when you're in a crew of 5, 6, 7 men, you never get peace. You're always in a group. And only 2 times you get peace, when you go to bed, because you have an individual bunk to sleep, and you can read, or when you're on watch. When you're on watch, you shut the windows door, and you're in the room up. And it's funny, and I used to say to the guys, leave the radios on, or leave a couple of radios on, you can play music.
Yeah, and they have a viewing gallery where you can actually see an example of a Zulu ship. So these are one of the ships that were designed and built during the time of the Zulu War. And they're really popular ships. They're quite fast ships from what they're saying on the information boards. They took the best features of both the Fifey ship, I think it's the Scaffi ship, and used the kind of flight models together to create these kind of boats. And you can I don't think the video gives an idea of the scale of this boat, because it's just walking into the gallery and you walk in and it's just looming over you. It's quite an impressive sight, that's for sure. I do like the fact that they haven't made it all pristine and polished. It gives you at least a sense of what it's been like on these boats. Yeah, and for all you engineers out there, they do have a number of different ship engines on display. And part of the museum, they've actually got an example of a fisherman's cottage. It's just up these steps. And there's this door here. So again, they've got it set up so you can at least get a glimpse of what life would have been like. I guess there'd have been another fireplace in there at some point. Yeah, so I've just come up the stairs from the fisherman's cottage. This is the gear loft. So obviously this is where they would have kept all of the things that they needed for going out fishing. So like at weights and nets, baskets, all that sort of thing. Everything that would be needed for fishing back in the day. Well, that's me finished my visit to the Scottish Fisheries Museum here in Anstruther. Definitely a really interesting place to come and visit. Definitely packed full of history about the life of fishermen and their families here, especially here in Fife. And again, a bit further afield as well, definitely somewhere that I'd recommend coming and visiting and spend some time in, and just kind of coming and learning about this aspect of Scottish history and Fife history. So again, definitely have a look at the website below and see what's going on, see what's happening, and definitely come along and visit the Scottish Fisheries Museum when you're here in Fife. So again, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.